person other professional athletes are now calling the most athletic professional athlete in the world. His name is Ja Morant. Big Bet Bennett, did you see these comments from Kevin Durant, Rob Gronkowski, Davante Adams yesterday after Ja Morant completed 2 360 layups in Brooklyn on Monday night? People noticed that. It went viral, and he's now being labeled the most athletic professional athlete in the world.
Yeah, that was pretty cool to see. I'm not going to argue with it. I'm not going to argue with it. Who you want to put up against him?
Who you want to put up against it? If you want to argue with
it, who are we putting up against
If
him?
you want to argue with Davante Adams, then you got to come up with a name. And I don't know that anybody's doing that right now. Before we go much further.
I mean, I might like Myles Garrett or something. But see, it's different. There's levels to this, right?
Honestly, you want to be serious for a second? If you were trying to actually put somebody up against him, you know where you might go? Simone Biles.
Yeah, because she can do things no one else can do.
And he can do things no one else can do. Those are two people on the planet that consistently do things we don't see other people ever do.
That's because, like, when we think of, like, NFL players, we think of, like, these just massive, like, freaks of nature, right? Like
Myles Garrett is an amazing specimen. He can't do what Simone Biles does and what Ja Morant does.
But can he do things that other athletes cannot do?
I'm not sure of that. There are other people like Myles Garrett. He might be the best at it, but there are other people like him. I don't think other people do what Ja Morant does. I don't think other people do what Simone Biles does. The whole conversation stems from yesterday's episode of Kay Adams' show. By the way, she's turned into like a big deal, hasn't she?
Oh, yeah, that show's blown up. I mean, I see it's like every other clip on my feed. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Every other clip. I mean, she's making it, right? And she's got big guests all the time.
Yep.
And yesterday she had on, among others, Davante Adams, and they went to a conversation about Ja Morant doing the 2 360 layups in Brooklyn on Monday night. And let's listen to him talk, and then we'll smile about it.
People said that this Ja Morant 360 fake dunk. Have we seen this? I'm going to show it to you. 360 fake dunk from last night is the best move they've ever seen. Davante, your thoughts?
Oh my God. Yeah, I've never seen anything like that in my life. I think John, and I don't like to make claims that are just, rash and not well thought out, but he might be the most athletic person in the world.
Okay.
There might be somebody in Africa or something like more athletic, but like professional athlete, he's the most athletic professional athlete in the world. He has to be.
That's a great take. Gronk, what do you think? Best move ever?
It is. I'm wondering who Saquon Barkley and Ja Morant's trainers are. I mean, his 360 jumps in the air are pretty incredible and definitely some athleticism that we haven't seen in quite some time.
The Saquon was more impressive only because I guess I like football. Is that not Saquon? The Saquon thing wasn't more impressive than that? Let's see the Ja Morant again.
Yeah, I think Say wins that, but that's like some 24-hour fitness stuff. But that's an NBA game, Kay. You got to understand that man is very tall.
I don't.
He's willing and able to block that shot, but when you do that move, it's literally impossible. That's ridiculous.
When you hear other elite level athletes in this world, those are two of them right there, talk about Ja Morant in that way, like that's not just me and you talking about Ja Morant that way. That's other people who are uniquely gifted, uniquely talented, built to do things that you and I and most humans can't do. And they look at Ja Morant with amazement. We look at them and go, my God, how do they do what they do? And they look at Ja and go, my God, how does he do what he does? And I think you saw probably the tweet from NBA Communications.
Oh, yeah. We went viral.
The two highlights from Monday night from Ja Morant are the two most circulated NBA highlights of this entire season. So he is already doing what it is we spent the entire offseason suggesting we thought he would do, which is remind people very, very quickly that he is one of the most gifted basketball players in the world. Not necessarily the best. Maybe we'll get there someday. But undeniably one of the most gifted and mesmerizing basketball players in the world. And he's going to be inside FedEx Forum, just later on today.
The Gary Parrish Show, live weekdays at 10 a.m.